Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Vampire YGO here again, coming to you with an updated hero profile for the March ban list. Obviously, the next ban list, I think they said it won't be until no sooner than July 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So we've obviously got about another close to 2.5 months, just under. I posted a hero profile maybe about 2 or 3 months ago. This will be the updated version to that. There's not too many differences. I wish that we did get Malicious back to 3 or Hero Lives to 2 or 3. I prefer Malicious, but maybe next time. So let's get right into it. Obviously, pretty much, the best monster hero card in the actual main deck. The Searcher, not a once per turn, and the Back Row Destruction definitely comes up a fair amount of time, especially if you end up going second. And you can summon this card, like I said, very easily multiple times per turn. And yeah, even going or like more of a grind game as well, the Back Row Destruction can come up fairly well for this. And yeah, so definitely a 3 of. You got the 1 ulti, and then we're going to be running 2 Solid Soldier. These are pretty much like the 2 of 1s of it. And we've got 2 Shadow Mist. The Solid Soldier allows you to extra special summon after you normal summon. So you do Solid Soldier, then Stratos, or you do Solid Soldier, then Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist allows you to get either a Mass Change card from your deck to your hand, or allows you, which has a grave effect as well, but it's either or. So do not activate her effect in the grave if you plan on still resummoning her by using the fusion into Solid Soldier combo to get her back. Yeah, 2 of each. I know a lot of people run maybe the 1 Solid Soldier, but I do like it at 2. I've been testing it a lot more like that lately, and I've had more success. The combos, or having like the max combo, is a little bit better. And then we have the 1-ofs. We have the Liquid Soldier, the newest to the squad. And then we also have the Honest Neos, and then the Adusted Gold. So this one here is when this one's normal summon, you can target a level 4 or lower. So either Strato, Shadow Mist, special summon that hero monster. It has to be an elemental hero, and then it also has the effect of when it's used for a fusion summon of an elemental hero monster, you can draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. So that one is pretty much the play you're going to go with. I don't normal summon this one as often. It's more of the effect for the fusion. And then you have, it's usually this fusing with the Solid Soldier if you get the optimal combo. Honest Neos is your Honest, gains any hero monster, can gain 25 attack, so maybe during damage tab. And then you have the Adusted Gold to search for the Dark Calling and go into your Bane plays. Hardcore parkour. But yeah, all 1-ofs. Some people play the Liquid Soldier too. I swap maybe the Solid Soldier to 1, and then that's kind of like how some people do it, but I like it at 1 because it's one that you usually want to search throughout the combo. So you've got 2 Vions, the Vision Hero package, 2 Increase, and then the obvious 3 of. Let's slide them all over. So combo wise is you're pretty much going to start with the Vision Hero Ferris. You discard a hero monster from your hand. You're usually going to want to do something like Shadow Mist if you want to get the effect off that, or hope that you have 1 Malicious in hand, because then you can use the discard for that. It works out really well. And then you have summons itself, take Increase, put it to the spell and trap zone from the deck, and then increase target the Ferris. Special summons Increase, special summons Vion. Vion sends 1 of yours to the grave, so whichever one you didn't send, either Shadow Mist or Malicious, is usually which one you want to go with. And then the Vion also has the secondary effect, which I really like a lot, which you want to make sure you banish the right one, and or don't get rid of this before using the effect, is getting the polymerization from your hand to your deck. So yeah, 2, 2, and 3. It's very good. I tried doing like maybe Increase at 1 and Vion at 1 before, but the thing is, if you hard draw it, then the combo is dead. You do not want to see it, either of those in your opening hand. And you have the 2 Destiny Hero Malicious. Again, I wish it was at 3. And then you have the 1 Plasma. Plasma is awesome. Plasma is also awesome to draw with or draw open going second. It's really easy to get this one out. Like even your minimal combo that you can end up with is like Plasma and Dark Claw, which is really difficult with like maybe even an Honest Neos in hand. and then you have the Malicious banish itself, special summon itself, which goes into combo with the Cross Crusaders. Cross Crusader will allow you to resummon it again, so you still get a fair amount of summons with the Malicious. And then search. And then we have last for the monsters, we have the hand trap lineup. So we have the 3 Ash, and then we have 1, 2, and 3 Nib. Again, it's kind of like, I always kind of say, it kind of depends on if you're, what locals you're playing, or if you're doing any remote duels. Ash is always one of like the safest bets, covers a lot of bases, it handles about like 80% of the decks really well. Nib obviously goes for any combo or anything that's going to be setting up even more of like a mid-range combo. Add to my locals, there's a good amount of decks that are going off, especially some. There's a lot of Tri-Brigade, a fair amount of Virtual World Dinosaurs, things like that, even though it's all about like when to do the Nib as well. But I found that it works pretty well. If not, obviously you can switch for something like Drolls, DD Crows, Gammas, something like that. But I've had success with that. And then we have your searchers. You have the 1 Hero Lives. Works out awesome if you get that one. You usually go for, depending on whether you have Shadow Mist or Stratos in your hand, you'll usually go for the Shadow Mist. I run the 2 E-Call, typically 3, but it's tight. I wanted to keep it at 40, and you'll see why. I'll obviously continue to explain. But this card is also awesome, not a once per turn, and you still get a good amount of search, but it does have to be an elemental hero card, so beware when you are using like your Rhoda to make sure you search for the right ones, because you don't want to use the Rhoda to search for the elemental hero and be like, oh crap, like I wanted to search for a Dusted Gold, and then this only be stuck with this or something. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dusted Gold's a fiend anyway, so. But yeah, searchers. You have your fusions. You've got the Polymerization, the Miracle Fusion, and the Dark Calling. The Polymerization is used to, like I said, most of the time you're going to want to hope that you have Solid Soldier on the board, and then you use Liquid Soldier in hand, make Sunriser. Then you get the effect of Sunriser to search for the Miracle Fusion. You get the effect of Liquid Soldier to draw 2 and discard 1. And then you get the effect of the Solid Soldier to special summon one of your level 4 or lower elemental heroes from the graveyard, which you usually do Stratos or Shadow Mist, depending on, again, whether you've got the mass change or not. And then the 1 Dark Calling for the Bane. And obviously you don't want to hard draw the Dark Calling. It's one of the worst things. It's so annoying. The mass changes, obviously you're going to go for 3 of the original mass change 1. And then this is one of the things I took out the E-Call. Just felt like it wasn't as important. You see a lot of the cards that you want. There's obviously a lot of different hero monsters in here, and the searchability from Vion's combo / Cross Crusader is a really good searcher, but I like adding the mass change too, just for the more consistency. I just felt like I wasn't being able to get the Dark Claw out as much, and this has boosted it a little bit. And again, you don't mind from the discard because there's plenty of options to discard of cards that are in your hand that are not essentially useful at the time or can react in the graveyard, like Shadow Mist or Malicious. But 3, and then 1, and then we have your last for the spells, pretty much like your defense for, almost any going first deck. I really like to go first with this because your end board will usually be Plasma, Dark Law, Sunriser, and or Ab-Zero with a set mass change, or a Decimator as well. You can usually, that's pretty much like your board you want to expect, sometimes more, sometimes less. And then obviously these kind of explain themselves. And then for the extra deck, we have 2 Elemental Hero Cross Crusader. More for the extras for the links. These are going to be all the link package. And then we have 1 Dread Decimator. So what you got working with here is the Cross Crusaders is pretty much one of the first ones you're going to go with. Use like the Increase, Vion, or the Malicious to make the Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader will bring the Malicious back out. And then you pop it with its effect to search for another hero monster from your deck to your hand, and you can search if you haven't normal summoned yet, Stratos, Ferris, or depending on, again, what you want to go with. And then sometimes you can even search for like something like Shadow Mist to get out if you already have mass change. Wonder Driver is your, basically your recycle to getting your fusion spell set back on. So if a fusion is special summoned to his Link Arrow, you get to take one of your fusion spells and set it on the field. So you usually choose your mass change and then It also has the grave effect. If this one is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a hero from your hand. And then you have Decimator, which gives them a boost. They get 100 attack for each different hero name in your graveyard. And this thing just makes them to where like you just have like 4 or 5 freaking 4K plus monsters sitting on the board after your first turn if you get him out. And then the Cross Crusader I did have 2 because you can, you know, make another one if it's more of a grindier game or a game 2. Or I mean turn 2, sorry. Then you got your mass heroes. We're gonna go with the 1 blast, take care of spells and traps. You've got the Dark Law, self-explanatory, running it 2 because sometimes you can Dark Law into Dark Law to disrupt their play, or if your Dark Law does get taken care of, you can have a follow-up one. And then you have the 1 Mass Hero Acid, where you'll go into Mass Change from the Ab 0 into the Acid, and you'll get the board wipe from Ab 0 plus the Acid. And then we do run 1 Enki as well. He's pretty much never comes up, but I've done it before. It's just an extra. This extra deck isn't super tight. Pretty much one of the best new cards for the deck. Obviously been out for a little bit, but newer, I would say. And then you have your Elemental Hero Fusions. Sunriser, he's freaking awesome. What he does is, I'm sorry, my notification popped up and messed up my screen there. But yeah, he searches you your mass change, like I said, and then after that, he also has the effect of any battle, including a hero monster besides him, whether you attack or whether they attack one of yours, you can quick effect destroy 1 card on the field, and whether it be the attacking monster or something else that's, you know, you're trying to go for. The one that destroys when it's sent from the field to the grave, so no matter what, this thing's going off, unless they crow it or something like that. And then you have your Shining, which gains 300 attack for every banished elemental hero monster, so they do have to be elemental heroes. And then also when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add 2 banished elemental heroes from your banished to your hands. And he's awesome. I mean, he comes up a fair amount of times. He can finish things out too, or get you over specific things, or give all your monsters, or get himself a good boost. And then you've got the 2 Vision heroes. We've got Trinity, and then you have Adoration. Adoration is just easier to make because you have the 2 hero names, and then you have Trinity, which can attack essentially all the monsters and gets a huge boost as well. Can basically OTK, especially with the boost from something else. And then last for the deck, we've got the Evil Hero Malicious Bane, which is the big boss of the deck. And I mean, if you're going second, or you end up getting a second turn, this is pretty much the main thing you're going to want to get on board, and it's about to go ham on your opponents. Basically, it just has a Raigeki effect where it wipes your opponent's board. Any monster that has equal to or less than attack to this card, and then after that it gains 200 for each monster that it destroyed, and then also it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. I'm sorry, my camera is a little off on this one, but yeah, that would be it for the extra deck. And then again, side deck all just kind of depends on what you're feeling. Drolls, Lancias, Cosmic Cyclones, Heavy Storm, or sorry, Harpy's Feather Duster, and things like Dark Root a little more are kind of ones that I put for this. But yeah, thank you guys for the profile, or viewing the profile. I appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, give me any feedback. If you dislike, please let me know why. If you have something different, as you can see, I do not run the Fusion Destiny. I do run a different version with Fusion Destiny, but I do believe that this one can end on a better board when you go with the Sunriser Ab 0 type thing there. Yeah, please let me know. Everyone have a good one.